Bitcoin has just done something that, well, it hasn't really been doing a lot recently, which is pretty noteworthy. Definitely hasn't been the case this year very much. Also want to take a look at a potential downtrend break for Bitcoin. So make sure to stick around to the end of the video to get all of the goods. My name's Lark. I make videos on investing. If you like that topic, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Leave a little tap on the thumbs up button. Let me know you do appreciate this kind of content. Now let's get into it. Okay, so the strange thing that's happened here for Bitcoin today is that actually the stock markets are down today. The S&P 500 is down today, but Bitcoin, surprisingly, is up today, which is quite fascinating. Nice big green candle there for Bitcoin. Pretty strange. I mean, look, this does happen from time to time. The overall trend for this year has been for Bitcoin to very, very closely mimic the price action that we were seeing in the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones 100 index. So we've been following both of those very, very closely for a while now, to be honest. It's the same sort of risk-on, risk-off conditions, the monetary easing conditions that brought the bull market about, the monetary tightening conditions, the rate hikes, all this stuff that's dragging equities down is forcing crypto right down along with it. So we do see the occasional time where we do see Bitcoin maybe having a day or 2 days or something like that where it kind of moves in the opposite direction. But if you look at the overall trend, we're still following very, very closely with the stock markets overall. But hey, I'll take it when I can get it. Now, I did want to talk with you about this as well. So this is the linear chart. We usually look at the logarithmic charts here, but this is the linear chart, and this is showing that, again, we're very, very close to this potential area of a price breakout. So you can see here, right, this is the downtrend line. We've been in it for a while. We had a test of it back here on the 12th of September, rejected pretty handsomely there. But I've been thinking, are we going to see some kind of decent price action for markets before the midterm elections? This is an idea I'm going to expand on more in depth in a future video, but I feel like they're going to want to make markets look not totally crap just before midterms, right? So maybe they do a few things to try and make things look a little bit better so they can say, hey, look, the economy's not that bad, you should vote for us, right? Whether we see that play out or not, we shall, of course, find out. Remember, generally, Octobers are months where we see a bit of bullish action coming in for the markets. The last 7 of 9, for example, Octobers have been bullish for Bitcoin in the same way the last 7 of 9 Septembers have been bearish for Bitcoin. So if we were to see a potential breakout coming here, and look, just to be clear, we could rally up to here and then get another brutal rejection and find new lows very quickly. This market is savage and brutal right now. We are in a bear market. And if this were to happen, I don't think it would be anything more than a bear market rally. And it's kind of, just a theory at the moment. We'll see how it plays out. We need to actually close some candles above this line before we actually start talking about any of this stuff on any real serious levels. But if that were to happen, potentially we see a rally in October for Bitcoin up to maybe $25,000, which would kind of find us coming back into the resistance that we saw here in August, or potentially all the way up to around $28,000, which would line up to this previous area of key price support here, flipping it into resistance now. So we'll see if that idea ends up playing out or not. Now, before we zoom in a bit more to the daily charts here for Bitcoin, if you do not yet have yourself an account over on Bybit, you need to get yourself one. It is the best place for longing and shorting Bitcoin, Ethereum, Matic, all of the top coins. They've got 0% fees right now on their spot markets, 0% market maker fees for their futures markets. And if you use the link down below in the description to start your account, you're going to get up to $4,450 in exclusive deposit bonuses for using that link. Thank you in advance for supporting the channel if you do sign up using that link. Now, in the short term, Bitcoin, we did at least bounce off of support down here around $18,500. But once again, we are finding ourselves in a situation where $19,500, this area that was previously very important price support, now turning into price resistance. Definitively in a very strong downtrend still. I mean, look at all these EMA lines just down. Down, down, down is where they are going. Now, if we were to get any potential short-term breakout, the key areas to watch for in this situation would be coming up here to the 50-day exponential moving average, which is actually not that far away. We're going to see confluence of that coming in here at this area of price resistance, right around $20,500. So that's an important area to keep an eye on right there, as we're going to see the 50-day EMA come down into that very soon. That then becomes a very important area of price resistance. We can see the price action with the 50-day EMA recently, where we do have these little bumps above it, but it's been very, very hard to stay above it. And any time we have had a bit of a move above it, we then tend to come back down under it with extreme volatility. So that is something to keep in mind. Also, if we do see further price action, you got to keep in mind this area right here, another area of price resistance around the $22,500, $700 range, which again would line up with the 100-day exponential moving average. So we have these resistance lines that are lining up with the exponential moving averages, which then generally means they're pretty important areas to keep an eye on. Now, if we were, as previously mentioned, have this breakout moment beyond the downtrend on the linear chart, we would then, in theory, be able to get past these exponential moving averages, potentially climbing up as far as testing the 200-day exponential moving average. But we've got a lot of work for such a scenario to play out, a lot of big resistance lines to conquer before we can really talk about that happening. Anyway, let me know what you think about all this down below in the comment section. Especially, do you think we're going to have a midterm rally in October? Can October be a bullish month in anticipation of these midterm elections coming up? Or is that theory going to end up being a big fat nothing burger? Let me know down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.